Hey guys, this is Ace. I'm about to react to a new video from Insider Hotspot called When Sliding Goes Wrong, How FBG Duck's Death Brought Down the Hammer on O Block. I just saw that Vaughn's manager, 100K, was getting into something. I didn't exactly read up to it. They was questioning him about he did something wrong or something. He said something on an interview with Moonwalk. Alright, let's get right into this.
Lights, sirens, and scene tape taking over one of Chicago's most notable streets.
I came to pick up the food here at the Le Colonial. Picked up the food, I was about to go, started my car, and next thing I hear poo, 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 poo.
It was very rapid fire. There was no stop. It was very, very scary.
This was an individual who fancies himself.
Who is this lady? I've seen the memes of her, of how she used to look before she got into office, this mayor. And being a politician takes a toll on you.
As a rapper, but is also a member of a gang.
Identified as 26-year-old Carlton Weekly, but more commonly known by the name FBG Duck.
Did you know him? Who, Duck? Did you know him before?
This was one of the interviews I saw. I don't understand. If you're doing dirt, why would you even be doing interviews? I wouldn't even be saying nothing about it. I wouldn't even acknowledge that a person even existed.
Like everything like that. I don't know. On game. All I know, don't say that out Troy or rest in peace. Duck.
5 alleged Chicago street gang members now facing federal charges.
Oh yes. Yes. The Fed just called.
I hope she moves out of Chicago. I saw a video, I think it was this video, when she was crying when everybody got arrested in O Block. And I was just thinking, her son got killed. A lot of the people that her son was cool with, they all got killed or in jail now. So I don't think she should be still staying in Chicago. She should be somewhere else right now.
Called me and told me they arrested Moowop, they arrested C-Thing, they arrested.
What up, gang? Back with the real. You know what's the deal. The streets ain't nothing to mess with. When they say you either end up in the grave or in jail, they weren't lying. Today's vid is prime example. FBG Duck is no more, and the persons who allegedly did it are now in jail. I know, it's been a crazy couple days since feds broke the news, but they've been hiding a lot of info about Duck's case, along with a lot of details that we're gonna dive into today. From the hidden players behind Duck's hit, to the vehicles used, to the posts online that helped the feds, who possibly helped set him up, and even a possible snitch that gave up Moowop and the others.
And it's crazy because the police said that YouTube documentaries helped them solve this murder. So that means videos like this help the police solve the murder, and they still doing videos of it.
Let's break it down
well, this situation
and chop it up.
Now,
it's been a year since FBG Duck was caught lacking in broad daylight by his ops. Now we know just who exactly those ops were. In August 2020, shots were heard ringing off in the Gold Coast area, a luxury and boutique shopping district near the city's downtown. Rapper Carlton Weekly, aka FBG Duck, would lose his life after being hit up multiple times. 2 other persons with him, Day Day, and the other rumored to be his girl, was also shot, but survived. Cops state that 4 persons hopped out of 2 whips, a black Ford Taurus, and silver Chrysler 300. And just like that, one of Chirac's biggest savages was gone. It's about a year later, and it looked like his case has gone cold under other more recent hits, like that of the late King Von, KTS Dre, and even Duck's homie, BCR Measle. But while the world moved on,
they did KTS Dre bad. They got him leaving jail. He was leaving jail and they shot him, I think, 40 times, 60 times. They did him bad.
The feds was building a huge takedown case that was aimed at Duck's ops. Mama Duck caught the world by surprise, uploading a video saying the feds caught the hitters that murked Duck, and the industry was turned upside down with the news. She then uploaded a separate video calling out the 4 people arrested.
The Fed just called me and told me they arrested Moowop, they arrested C-Thing, they arrested
I know Moowop was just starting to rap. Comment down some videos I can react to for Moowop.
2 more, 5 people that they have in custody.
C Murder, C Thing, Kenny Mack, to Carlos Alford, aka Los, and King Von's right-hand man, Muwop. All are held without bonds. According to Mama Duck, there's a sixth member involved in the shooting of Duck by the name of O Block Zell, but he apparently took his life in August 2021, which removed him from the indictment. Word on the street is that he either snitched about the hit on Duck or knowing what happened weighed too heavy on his conscience. His last Facebook post shows he was fighting some inner demons before allegedly taking his life. THF Beizou posted a pic saying "no rats" to his IG when the guys were picked up by the feds. It could add to the theory that Zell, or maybe one of
Wait, so he had to get that tattooed on his forehead? Is this somebody he knew while he was in jail, or is they showing the man that killed himself
taking his life? THF Beizou posted a pic saying "no rats" to his IG when the guys were picked up by the feds. It could add to the theory that Zell, or maybe one of the others, snitched, or it could just be related to something else in general. Soon after Mama Duck broke the news to the public, videos started popping up of the FBI raiding the O.
Is on the block, FBI, DEA. Oh my God.
News agencies soon flooded the media once the feds hosted a press conference of the takedown. That was only the beginning of O Block's problems. Even Muwop's close homie Lil Durk started distancing himself from the hellstorm raining down, unfollowing Muwop on the gram. Some might say he's switching up, but Durk has a way of staying ahead of the game and may have been right to support Muwop from the background because the feds released the indictment document and they're coming hard. Their sights are set on cracking down on the entire O Block, listing them as a street gang and criminal organization involved in multiple hits with the goal of building their enterprise and expanding their territory and power. They made O Block sound like the Chicago Mafia, and you know what that means? Correct. The dreaded RICO. The charges carry a mandatory minimum of life in prison upon conviction and worst case scenario, capital punishment. But the real questions are why target the O so heavy when basically so many hits are left unsolved? And how in the hell did they connect the dots for the arrest? To answer the first question, it all comes down to the location. Bodies dropped often in Chicago and the cases just go cold, but that's because it's in an area that wasn't deemed high class or inhabited by a certain level of status. Harsh reality, but that's the world we live in. If they did the hit on Duck in the hood, it probably would be just another unsolved case, but they carried out the hit in a place considered to be where people of status and higher class citizens enjoy.
You used to be able to just walk the neighborhood freely and not always have to kind of watch behind your shoulder. But now you're constantly walking and looking around at your surroundings.
That is not what downtown advocates want to hear.
It's crazy how people grow up different, or they don't have to look around like that. How she said it was before where you didn't have to, but now that they're out in the city, they kind of have to look over their shoulder. If I'm in the city, I'm still looking over my shoulder. It don't matter where you're at.
Here.
Once it moves out the hood into the public spaces, it prompted the feds to act as tough as they did. The second question of how. Sad to say, even the most seasoned hitters of the O get caught up in is the clout chasing syndrome. This was a highlight factor in the indictment, stating that social media and music videos were helpful in arresting the suspects.
Prosecutors also used social media and music videos to build a case. They say the men used both to publicly claim acts of taunt rival gangs and again improve ranking and status.
Durk allegedly referenced Duck's hit in his song Should've Ducked with Pooh Shiesty. Muwop posted a custom designed shoe with the graphics subliminally referring to Duck being caught lacking. But the most damning info of all may have just been Boss Top's interview that he did after Duck was murked.
Thanks, Boss Top, for opening your big mouth. Yeah.
It's crazy how much evidence was in that video alone. Check this out.
Did you know him?
Who, Duck?
Did you know him before?
Like everything? Like that? I don't know. Okay. All I know, don't say that Troy or rest in peace, Duck.
Should have kept your mouth shut.
Okay, so you got anything about FBG, Duck? You know what I'm saying? You know, don't say shit about Troy. That's it. Don't say shit about Troy. Get that guy over there. Whatever, you know me. Come on, man, don't do that.
Boss Top slipped up, but you won't believe that's not even the craziest part of the video. Let's backtrack just a bit. Oh, and shout out to the channel, Duck Case, that has been really diligent in keeping the info on the case up to date. Okay, so remember in the news reports, the feds reported 2 cars, a black Ford Taurus, and silver Chrysler 300. Cool. Now let's go even further back to paint the image of how it went down with details that were kept hidden by the feds. On August 4th, The day Doug was assassinated, the scanner communication between dispatch and the cops reports sightings of a black male with reflective sunglasses and black hoodie with a gun chasing another dude westbound on Oak before getting into a black sedan. Information then came in that two males ran inside the Montclair store claiming to be hiding from someone. A few minutes after, reports state three guys in a black Infiniti pulled up on the two in the store.
Wait. So Doug saw them outside and then went back in the store and started shopping again? Because he said he ran in the store saying someone was looking for him. But when he was killed, they said he had bought stuff already. Like he had just bought stuff when he was walking back out.
Then came in that two males ran inside the Montclair store claiming to be hiding from someone. A few minutes after, reports state three guys in a black Infiniti pulled up on the two in the store, flashed a strap, then dipped westbound on Oak. Now this is where it felt like a movie. This next piece makes it seem like it was all strategically planned and just distractions to throw off authorities to get at Duck. Listen to this eyewitness from this news interview.
I don't understand why it happened.
I don't mean to keep pausing it, but oh well. This was one of the first clips that had came out. I remember this day I was at a restaurant at the casino, and I remember seeing this all over Twitter. I was like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? And I saw it was him. I was like, Dirk them, and they just started dissing hard.
I don't even know what caused it. It was so calm and peaceful, and those two gentlemen, I thought maybe they was together, but one just started shooting at the other.
Cops kept this secret, but he actually wasn't talking about Duck's shooting, but one that happened directly before with two other males. Here's a text message of him explaining what actually happened. He states the shooting he saw was the first shooting with a guy walking out the store with another as if they knew each other, then one pulled the strap and let off a shot before running in Duck's direction. Combining this with his interview footage, it shows him pointing towards the COS store. The dude running towards Duck's direction at this store is Day-Day. He met Duck before dudes hopped out the black and silver whip and dumped on Day-Day, Duck, and his girl, aka Jasmine. Reports state that Duck tried to return fire, but his gun jammed. Duck and Day-Day was left on the road between two cars, struggling to survive. Day-Day survived his wounds, but not without the scars. The shooters escaped in what was initially reported as a dark gray Chrysler and black Infiniti, but the actual cars were...
So I didn't catch if they were wearing masks, but this man survived, so doesn't he know or have an idea of who it was?
Struggling to survive. Day-Day survived his wounds, but not without the scars. The shooters escaped in what was initially reported as a dark gray Chrysler and black Infiniti, but the actual cars were a black Ford Taurus and silver Chrysler 300. The plates of the black Ford was checked and found to be registered to Carlos Offord, aka Los. But wait, remember that interview with Boss Top? You won't believe how well Boss Top did the Fed's job for him. Check out this clip and tell me what you noticed. What appears to be a silver Chrysler and black Ford Taurus. Ain't no way, boy. These guys couldn't have done what this interview is showing they did, right? It could be different models since we can't make out the number plates.
Y'all don't clean up y'all hood?
Just off no enhancing the vid, but can it really be coincidence that the two brands of cars using the number plates, just off no enhancing the vid, but can it really be coincidence that the two brands of cars using the hit are parked next to each other in an interview where Boss Top hints a duck getting whacked? If it walks like a duck, looks like a duck.
You kill somebody in your car, you're still using the car months after the murder, and the car is even at your house on Google Maps, and you're doing interviews. You're waiting to get life sentences.
And quacks like a duck? No pun intended. That leaves the Chrysler. With the expert detective skills of Duck Case Channel, the person spotted with the whip was Eddie Bass and Kenny Mack of 071 Dipset. Before Duck Case vid exposed his connection, his profile was public, but now he's gone ghost, and that may be because he's homies with one of the suspects arrested, Kenny Mack. Around the same date of him tagging Eddie, Kenny was on live, driving within what appears to be the interior of a Chrysler 300. In his pics on Facebook, Kenny Mack is often seen posted up in the O, which brings the connection full circle. Strangely enough too, seems someone knew everything before the feds and the public. On this live vid of Kenny Mack about a year ago, someone actually commented, Duck Slayers, months before any of this news broke. Feds have continued taking down rappers in the O since their first months before any of this news.
Oh,
It's broke. Feds have continued taking down rappers in the O since their first raid. Recently, it's reported that DQ and Gleesh were also arrested and taken in. No word yet and what is their situation, but seems like the feds are intent on cleaning Clock and O Block. I guess eventually, as the case continues and breaks down, the truth will come out. Catch you all in the next one. Peace up and peace out. RIP FBG Duck.
And that's the end of this video. Comment down what videos I should react to next. The moral of this whole story is just don't put your business online. The police literally said they got all their information from interviews, YouTube videos, and Instagram lives. Why would y'all put all that up there? They make those Gucci shoes. They're not custom. Those were custom shoes, I thought. Alright. I'll see y'all in the next video. Comment down what videos I should react to next.